Bob, what's the chatter like with you and your players and your team executives and everybody's talking right now? Are people even talking to you about baseball?
No, not much, and I think that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You feel like you should try to be in control of what the guys are doing at this point, but you can't, and no one knows when this is going to end, and everybody has to be safe, and everybody has to make their own decisions. So I am in contact with some of our guys. Everybody's kind of in the same place that I am right now. There's not a ton of information. What information there is seems to change every day. So it just gets different and weirder every day. At some point in time, we hope to slow this down and go in the other direction. But right now, you do the best you can with what you're told to do, and just try not to let it bother you too much as far as the whole control factor.
What can a manager even do? Like, say you wanted to be productive today, you wanted to do something, maybe to get your mind off the world and back onto baseball for a bit. What's a guy like you to do when you're just at home? Can you do anything?
No, as far as baseball goes, I have a little chatter with some of our guys, and you try to keep perspective on things, and if and when you do come back, that even now, just kind of thinking about what it'll look like later, and some of the aspirations that we had as a team, I don't think that changes with our guys,
right?
And therefore, they're even that much more eager to get back because we feel like we have a good team and a good chance to have a really good season. So I don't want that to go out of their head, but again, this is a lot bigger than that. These are just more things you do if you're working out and doing some things and kind of thinking about the future, but the present's the most important thing right now.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because just the sense of optimism that was around your spring training, what you're saying is you have no second thoughts. That's immediately going to carry over to whatever, whenever, wherever, right?
I do, and based on my conversations with the guys, them as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think that changes. We had a good feeling in camp this year, and it actually was getting better as it went along.
Right.
We lost our first 5 games,
right.
Which I know it's spring training, but it doesn't put me in a great mood. And then
right.
we won a lot of games after
right.
that, and we start to see the second group and some of the guys that when I always talk to our group. The first day of spring, I said, look, it's 26 when we start. It's 50 when it's all over. So then you start to look at some of the guys you think may make an impact, maybe not at the beginning, but at some point in time during the season.
What do you think all of baseball is going to need once it can start up again? And I'm saying from your players' perspective, you're not going to get the full spring training all over again. Is there a certain idea of days or weeks or some kind of structure you think needs to happen before any baseball gets played?
It's funny. I was thinking about that today, and the farther this goes, the longer you might have to get back together.
Right.
But I don't know that 3 weeks tops. It could be even shorter than that, depending on, maybe the first month of the season you use it as your September month and have an expanded roster to, what they were talking about was 28.
Right.
So based on what we accomplished this spring, I don't think it'd take a full spring training of 8 weeks or 7 weeks or whatever we're down there for. I don't think it certainly wouldn't take that.